Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Tactical Tuesday. Tonight's topic is, if I can get it to work here, there it goes. Falls asleep with them not moving the mouse. Winter travel tips and common sense. Alrighty, so let's put myself up here, and just notice over on the thing, it was moving kind of slow and jerky on the YouTube side. Okay. So I guess Bruce isn't feeling too good, and Courtney's putting down Fred, and didn't hear back from a couple of the others I invited up. Everybody's tired and still trying to recuperate from Christmas, I guess. And I don't know. Anyways, I thought Bruce would really love to talk about how he no longer has to worry about driving in the snow like he did up in Pittsburgh. Alrighty, so let's see who else here. Let's go up here to this portion and scroll to the top and see. All right, first one in this evening was P2E, Prepping to Endure, followed by the Evil Twin, then Phelan Clan Wolf, Shady Hill Homestead, Super Scout, Bruce, Howie at Food Forest Permaculture, CB at Hugo Homestead, Uncle Al at Die Bullfrog 79, CR from north of the border, that's Creative Redundancy, Emma 3010, and everyone's talking back and forth there. And Julie Evans is in the house now. All right. Okay. Oh, we just got some more pop in here. Mary Beth Smith, Car's Car. How you doing? Let me check something here. Because I don't have other things set. Give me 1 second to check something here. If I can find it here. Nope, I don't have it. I wasn't sure if I had your email address or not, CR. It's going to fire it off to you. Right now, with the way a certain person has been hitting some of the channels I've been following stuff here. I'm literally about putting the link out there right now. I'm not set up on the other side here to kill trolls here quick. And Ryan the Gamer's in the house. Hey, Ryan. Alrighty, so however, I want to try something here. Give me a second here. I'm going to try something else here, folks, and let me know what you think of this. If I can do this, that one there. Can. All right, let's see if I make this work right. Okay, I'm going to put this over here. There we go. And now I'm going to go like this. Oh, wrong one. There we go. And I'm going to see about bringing in the Evil Twin. So what do you think of that special effects there, folks? Yeah, ghostly like. And he can make stuff float too. Something I found out by accident here, playing around here earlier. Annalie Brown's in the house. Hey, how's it going? Alrighty, so let's get over onto this and talk about a few things. So I know there are a bunch of you down there in the South that says, oh, it never snows here. And I'm trying to remember who it was in Florida that would remind me back in the 80s. It snowed in Florida and in the 70s. And the one year it wiped out most of the orange crop because it snowed on the orange trees in Florida. Alrighty. So let's go to the next one here. There we go. Holiday safety travel tips. Yes. Okay. Whenever you're traveling around, make sure you're sharing your travel plans with friends or family. One of the things my wife and I do when what we're froze. One of the things my wife and I do when we're traveling back and forth between California and Idaho, if we're traveling separately and I'm heading there, there are certain spots along the way. I text her saying, all right, Pocatello, American Falls, Twin Falls, Jackpot, Wells, Elko, Winnemucca, stuff like that. And that way, she knows exactly where I am, and she knows when approximately I should be texting her that I'm at the next location, because we've done it so many times. We know about how long it takes to get from Winnemucca to Lovelock. So if I text I'm in Winnemucca and I don't text that I'm in Lovelock in a certain amount of time, sometimes I get a ping back. Have you hit Lovelock yet? And so there'll be stuff like that. And so that's one of the things we always share our travel plans. We also update along the way. Pack an emergency supply kit. We're going to get into this a little bit later here, more in depth on the supply kit, but there is your vehicle kit, and then there's your winter vehicle kit. And I'll talk about that a little bit later here. Winterize your vehicle. How do you winterize your vehicle? Make sure if you have, like here, we have 2 sets of tires, and we swap them out when it starts to snow. We go from the summer tread to the all-terrain tread. So there's that there. I got to take care of something else over here. So I just saw something bugging me on the thing. I need to go ahead and, where was it? Back up and take that one down. There we go. Okay. Alrighty. Hey, Mennonite farmhouse. Yeah, you got to make sure you got good tread on those tires you're putting on. All right. Also, before you take off, check road conditions, because if there's a major storm coming in the area you're supposed to be going through and they're shutting the roads down, you may want to wait until the roads are open before you take off and head out that way. All right. Also, in winterizing your vehicle, before you go on a trip, make sure you get the oil changed, have them check transmission fluid, the windshield washer fluid. If you're in any area where the temperatures will get down to freezing, you want to make sure you put that special windshield washer fluid, that's antifreeze windshield washer fluid, in there, so that you don't go to push the button to wipe stuff off the windshield and have the tubes and everything all frozen up and not be able to clean it off. All right, next one here. Yeah, there's a little bit. There it is over here in the corner, the Rain-X here, the orange stuff. That is your antifreeze stuff. Extra bottles of water, shovels, ice scraper, hand warmers, just some other stuff for winter boots for winter use only. All right, and let's move on here. Yeah. A lot of people seem to carry cat litter in their car just in case they get stuck. Interesting thing is, I've actually thought about the next time if I'm traveling from here to California, I'm thinking about getting a couple extra 50-pound bags of the ice melt and putting that in the back seat. I just picked this up at Costco. So in case, so some places don't allow you to carry extra weight, stuff like that, because they think the extra weight in the back causes you to spin out and stuff. But anyways, yeah, so there's things you can carry to help you out. And let's get the next one here. So looking at this road here, this road is rather deceiving. And if you look at it, it's like, oh, wait a minute. They only plowed one lane. Why didn't they plow the rest of it? Well, sometimes that's the way they go one way, and you wind up having to travel on that part, and you pull off when you go around another car or whatever. But sometimes, like I've noticed around here up in Idaho, where we've had some warm days and the snow is all just about melting. It's all slush, and then a cold front comes again. That slush will freeze up solid, and then the snow comes and you get a blanket over the top of it. And when the snowplow comes along, it scrapes down to the ice. It doesn't scrape the ice off the road. It scrapes down to the ice. and you get a little thing like this, and you go to hit your brakes, and all of a sudden that top little bit, 1/8 inch of powder or so that's still on there, all of a sudden you start slipping and sliding. It's like you're spinning out over your speed on even on a road that looks like it's been plowed. And this is what's under there: black ice. You can see right down in the bottom here, you can see the layers here where it's frozen. It's not running. That's frozen water there, and out into the roadway here. And that can catch you totally off guard. That actually even happens down in Southern California, out in the desert, in the early spring, late fall, when they get a storm cloud going through, and then in the night, the temperatures out there drop well below freezing. And so the roads all freeze up. And then once the sun hits it, it melts. All right. And on this one here, it's not so much the road, even though it does look like it has a patch of black ice there in the middle. It's the low-hanging branches now that have been weighted down into the roadway, and those can cause problems, especially if you're following a tall truck around, whether it's a jacked up 4x4 or a box van or a regular full-size semi. When they go by and they start hitting that stuff, the branches will break off and flip over and back. If you're falling behind, you get a branch coming over at you. So that's something you got to watch out for. All right, gear grinding. How's it going? All righty. So even if you're, quote, not going into areas where snow is at in the wintertime, it might not be a bad idea to keep a set of, if you have them, put a set of snow chains in your vehicle, because snow comes in and drops unexpectedly. That's what happened, how many weeks ago? I think it was about 3 weeks ago on Donner Pass. They were, we're clear, we're doing this. And 4 hours later, they had to shut it down because a storm front came through that they weren't expecting, that it didn't show up on the radar like as going to be as bad as it was. And when it went over the hills and stuff there, it just, all the moisture suddenly came out and just went boof. All righty, next one here is, and they have these little neat things that are temporary emergency chains. They're a lot lighter, easier to put on because you can put it on one, in different spots, and you can move the tire a little bit, put the other ones on. It's not like trying to drive onto the chains to do it. There's the big fancy ones like this, and then the ones that are just single straps going across there. And there are others, some of them are just big bars of the nylon material, and others are lower ones that have some of the studs in it. But these are ones you can put on fairly easy. Hey, Scan family. Hey, Kaylin. Okay. I may get in trouble. I'm going to pull up a video here in a little bit about following too closely behind on trucks and not watching ahead and slowing down early in signaling. This is something I just spotted. I have not seen this before. This little device with those chains hanging off it lowers down. So in the cab they can put, do the thing, it'll lower down and it'll start turning. And it flips the chains out, so the truck winds up driving on chains. So it lowers down and just starts spinning the chains around. So the truck's actually driving on these chains, and they don't have to get out and put chains on immediately. Interesting to see how the different states look at this legally wise. But if it comes across something unexpected, you just need to get out where you can put the regular chains on. This looks like a neat device that'll do that. Let's see what I got next here. Yeah, so yeah, just when you see signs and stuff and it's wet, that's what the signs are for. But when it's frozen, you take off another 10 miles an hour at least of what you normally would go through there if it were wet. And I think that's the last one of that. Yeah, that's the last one of that. All right, I'm going to try something here. Let's see if I can do this here. Oh, what the heck? Let me go over here. I'm going to drop that link for you, CR. I'm going to see if I can bring it back up here this way without, okay, there we go. Control C and drop it down there. Yeah. Okay, so any of my common friends, no, not so common friends, should be showing up there in the chat here shortly. There's the link. Come on up and share some of your experiences and things you've seen in driving on it. And I'm going to pull up got to go into my email here because Dave at Southern Ohio Prepping sent me a video clip, and I can see if I can get this, do it right. And is this? Yeah, this is the one. Okay, so I'm going to open that up there, move that over there, and wait for the ad to play, and then I'll bring it up here and show it to you guys. This was in Wisconsin on I-94 near Oseo. I know I just put it up here. OSSEO. This is drone footage from Fox 4, and we're putting this for educational purposes. So, actually, I got that thing about educational purposes I can throw up here really quick. Yeah, so I'm going to throw something in real quick here, guys. So this is for educational purposes. There we go. Okay, so this is the drone footage. And basically, vehicles driving too close together. And I'm not sure what was going on, but one of the things said there might have been a possibility of black ice where this all started out, and everybody was just hauling butt down the grade. This is a downhill grade, so they're hauling butt down the grade like the idiots do over Donner Pass, doing 10, 15 miles over the speed limit. But yeah, and then the trucks got backed way up, waiting for them to clear it because the road's closed. So, and you look back at all those trucks back here, it's going to take them a while to clear these vehicles out of there. And there were quite a few where the trucks were, let me see if I can back it up here. Okay. Looking carefully at this, you see this one FedEx trailer here in the middle? Well, it broke off the FedEx truck up here. You have this red truck with its trailer going back. And then there's something back on the other side. I think that's the tractor for one of the rigs here. I mean, there's different ones. You got this one's piling into here. And this one here looks like it's attached to that one. So there's another one over there. And that truck one's jacked around the other side there. I mean, there's like 3 or 4 trailers and trucks right there. I'll just twist it up every which way you can think of. And then they're, pull forward a little bit here. Too much. Yeah, they're working on, got all the big tractors. They got both sides of the freeway shut down until this is done, until they get these this mess figured out and get all these ones done. But there is a lot of problems here. Back it up there. So yeah. And if you look at it, there's no snow on the ground. This could just been a case of morning black ice that caused this one. Really ugly. Okay, and I missed a bunch. Let's see. Just checking to see what people in the chat here. Okay, yeah, we got one there. Did someone bang that guy out of there? Nope, they didn't yet. Okay, let me go over there. And that is hi user from channel. Yeah, boom. Got rid of the spam one. All right. And let's see, is that the only spammer in there? Yeah, that was the only spammer in there. Okay, so yeah, that's yeah, and that wasn't even a bad one from like coming off Donner. All right, we got CR here. Hey, CR.
And just an older
All
system.
right,
Anyway.
your sound. There's your sound starting to come through.
Let's leave the camera. All right. Let's just hear it.
Your sound's breaking up.
Oh.
I'm gonna get rid of that one video there off the side.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm getting this little and that's it, CR. Yeah, he's the CR does live stream, so and if they've all been good, I'm not sure what's going on tonight. I've been on there when CR's done a 2-hour, 3-hour live stream. He doesn't have the power. Okay, he muted himself for a minute. He's working on something. Interesting things, though. Let me see if I can bring that other thing back up here to do something here. And get you another picture to show you what I'm talking about here. Ooh. This might be interesting. Let me see what's going up here. Oh, cool. I didn't know I could do this. I just found something new, folks. Let me throw this up here. This is Donner Pass at Soda Springs. Soda Springs sometimes has problems down there. So this is I just saw it before I did it. A car was going off in the distance. So this is that's eastbound. So that's there goes a car there. But you see how high that snowbank is next to the car? That's like 5 foot tall snowbanks on the side there. And they've been getting snow like you would not believe. There goes another car. And yeah. My wife was going to do it, and then we were checking one of the days, and actually it was supposed to be today. And then all of a sudden the weather changed late Sunday night. And with the clear day that was supposed to be there today turned into snow today. So I know she's looking again at Thursday now. They pushed it off till Thursday. So we'll see what happens. Anna went smoking the bandit on us. And yeah. And let's see if there's any others. So there's different ones you can look at here. Truckee scales. Close. Come on. Webcam. Truckee scales. Let's see what happens if I so many friggin' ads on this. This is eastbound traffic on the scale side. And the scales are there. It's actually an agricultural inspection as well, bringing stuff into California. But yeah, so they're not very big. Usually there's a lot more traffic. So looking at what I see there, I don't see any trucks coming through. From the other one to this one, they may be holding all trucks at Reno. So that's what we got going there. And where's that other link over here? Oh, there we go. Take it back down. But yeah, so you can go check on certain areas of the country have these set up, where you can look at the different ones. Come on, stupid ads. There's a truck, yeah. And this is a Highway 50, not 80. So they're going, the trucks, some of the trucks are going around 50, which comes up at South Lake Tahoe. But yeah. So your areas can have some interesting, things. And like I said, the problem on 80 from California to Idaho and vice versa is interesting. On one section here in Idaho, from going from Pocatello towards Twin Falls, out of Pocatello, it's 86. And there's an area out there where there's a big windmill farm. I mean, a huge one. It's in Power County. Yeah, Power. And okay, hang on. Looks like we got another one here. And block that one. Yeah. Okay, give me a second. We got the dingle butts in here. Spammers coming in here, so I'm going to fix them. Give me a second. Wrong one. Come on. Hit my live stream. Yes. Edit this one. Customize. And boom. There we go. That way they just can't come in and shoot crap in here. Those little porn site links they try to throw in. Shoot. Hit the wrong button. Try to bring it up. There we go. So yeah, there's a lot of surprise stuff. Anyways, when I was going through Power County, where all those windmills are, evidently there's a big, huge gap in the mountains canyon. It's not just a little canyon; it's a big, wide one going north and south. And one of the times I was going through there, it looked all nice and clear. And I'm doing about 45. Well, the speed limit is 80 normally, but because of the snow and little stuff, I'm only doing 45. A couple other trucks were going by me. I did not have the snow tires on at the time because it wasn't supposed to be snowing. And I'm going along. All of a sudden, the gust of winds coming through there just spun me around. And yeah. And my wife, when she comes through, the way her, doesn't have winter wipers on like I've put on for here. She has regular wipers, and it has those spring arches in your wiper blades. They pack up with if it starts snowing on her car, they pack up, and she's just scraping ice back and forth. Well, one of the things she did was she has a bunch of these water bottles, and she'll fill several of them full of warm water before she leaves, and put them down on the floor near where the heater vent is. Well, then because she has so many of these, she recycles these. But she takes the caps, and then she'll my son will has drilled 3 small holes in it about the size of a pencil lead, and she'll put and so she has those caps separate in the car, and when she needs to, she'll put one on, and then she'll just take it and with the warm water on the windshield and the wiper, and just melt the snow and ice off the wiper blade. So that's one of her little hacks she does for traveling safety. Yeah. The bots are after your milkshake, huh? So there's a lot of things to consider. All right, for your kits, let's get into kits now. You should have a summer kit or.
Yes.
You're there. Your sound's working. All right. So
is it actually working? I have no idea.
Yes, you are. Like you're working great now.
I'm using a different system. I'm using
it's working.
System, everyone.
Uh-oh.
All right. I'm
you're
using a different thing. That's why I had no idea. First time. Okay. I have no idea.
Yeah, most of the time you're working pretty good.
Anyway. That's why my video's not on.
The
Yeah, there's reasons why.
yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, it couldn't have been that what was that? The M class solar flare that hit us today. It was so weak, it was a spike just boop, boop, and gone, and there were the geomagnetic fields and everything were like whoop, 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 and gone, and that was it. So, hey Keith,
I'll try.
Keith Kronk is here, and so basically you should have a summer kit for your car, and that froze. Now the kit is for the car, not for the occupants. So you have an auto kit and you have an occupant kit. But the auto kit has the stuff that your car is going to need in the summertime. The difference between summer and winter kits for the car, the winter kit, you're going to have some extra antifreeze windshield washer fluid. You're going to have your snow chains or your cleats that you can put on. You're going to have stuff that you're going to need for wintertime only in that one. And, that's basically it's going to be a separate kit. You just bring in this. So you have your auto kit and you bring in this other one that has other stuff for the wintertime. You take it out in the summertime when you don't need it. Yeah, Kaylin, I know. If I hit the lottery, I'll buy you a car, Kaylin. You and Dave, both. And the things that you need to make sure of is that any of the water you had, like for radiator water, is actually pre-mixed antifreeze water. How you mix antifreeze water 50-50, put it in your radiator. That if you have something like that in your kit, it should already be pre-mixed, because that way, if your car is parked out in the winter and stuff, that your water doesn't freeze. And I heard something weird from several mechanics that swear by it. Pure straight antifreeze will freeze. Pure water will freeze, but you mix the two together, the chemical reaction that keeps them from freezing. I don't know. I've heard that from several different mechanics, around. And so that's just something to think about. Kaylin, you'd have to learn how to drive. How many of us need cars? Well, Anna, if I hit one of those $100 million jackpots, I may be giving out a bunch of little cars. One of the things to consider.
Okay, I'll try again.
You started to work there, and then you started breaking again.
Still trying.
One of the things also to consider in your car is with your occupant kit stuff, like food, snacks, waters and stuff like that, is stuff for wintertime for the occupants. The hand warmers, those packets you break up and can produce heat. Space blankets, especially for wintertime. Keith's going to pay for the driver for you, Kaylin. Excuse me. One of the things too that I've noticed back years ago is what's weird is the design of certain vehicles make them inherent to spinning out. Station wagons, for some screwy reason, love to do donuts. If you hit ice or an ice patch, whatever, the back end always loves to go around in front of you. One of the other things to consider too is we talked about putting either cat litter or the bags of ice melt in the car. some people I knew when I was back in Pennsylvania up at Mount Pleasant, which is just a few miles outside of Pittsburgh. They'd always carry, they had like 2 bags of cat litter and a 50-pound bag of cat food and something else in the trunk of their car during the winter. They never had any problem spinning out because that was, they had it at the front of the trunk. So it's not at the very back where it, gives that extra fishtail motion. It was in front, up by the axle. And sorry about that, CR. Yeah, it's just the way, the vehicles are set up and the way you balance your loads. And the way you balance your loads and it also gives you better control when you hit the slippery stuff. Midnight Farmhouse is 2 hours from Pittsburgh. I don't know whether to say congratulations or my condolences. It's beautiful country up there. But like Bruce would say, he was glad to get down to Tennessee to get out of the snow up there around Pittsburgh. Hey, Tibor. Yeah. And it's interesting right now. I guess we're over there in Ohio, they're not getting hit by much. Correct me if I'm wrong. Courtney's saying it was still warm. They have, they're not getting the snow they usually get. Here, in the last 4 days, we got 8 inches of snow that is sticking out on the picnic table in the backyard. And that usually, last year that didn't happen until the middle of January, and after a couple of weeks of snow buildup. Other things to have in your kit, you should have extras of in the wintertime. Flares, just, and everyone looks at me, flares, okay, not the big 30 or 45-minute road flares. They have the little 5-minute ones. If you need to start a fire away from your vehicle to stay warm, if you're stuck out there, you need to trudge away. Little flares work great for starting fires. Yeah, it's going to smell for about the 5 minutes while the sulfur and stuff burns off, but it'll get a fire going and it'll be giving you heat. Whatever you do, do not stay in your vehicle with it running. What happens is, as the snow comes down, it can pack up around the back of your vehicle and force the natural flow of exhaust, which goes away from your vehicle, to start going under the vehicle, and it starts coming up into the vehicle, and you can give yourself carbon monoxide poisoning. There have been many a body found where cars have been stuck in snowbanks and stuff where the inhabitants died from carbon monoxide poisoning. I'm just trying to keep up on the side chat here. Yeah. Gear, the one thing I've noticed too, if it's fresh snow on a road and you're the first one driving on it, you generally got better control than if it's on a road where it melted down to slush and more snow on it and it builds up layers and stuff. You get layers breaking away and you get the hard ice pack underneath, which gives and slides. Hey, Idaho Garden Girl. And it's, it can be, I just always found, it's easier to drive on fresh snow before someone else has hit it. Either that or you come along afterwards where a whole line has stayed in line and they've cut the path and it makes it easier to stay in the path. But when everyone's changing lanes all the time and all of a sudden you got a ridge going across the lane, it tries to drag you over.
This should work. I'm using a phone.
You're using a phone and it's working.
I know. Gosh. Okay, there we go. I can actually say something. Hi, everyone.
So, CR, What's it like up there? What sort of problems have you seen up there in Canada with driving
Cold.
in the snow?
Cold.
Cold.
Freezing.
Okay,
Cold.
what's it?
Freezing.
What?
Snow.
Yeah.
Ice. Freezing
Have you,
rain.
have you seen people do something stupid?
All the time.
Okay, let me just check that. Oh, it's 13 degrees here right now. Oh man.
13. Give me some of that warmth over there, Gil. Geez, that'd be nice.
Yeah. I got to remember to tell my daughter hey, did you check on the rabbits out there today? Because their water is going to be frozen. Oh, Emma says it's 18 where she's at. So what's the temperature up there, CR?
What? Minus 30 Celsius, minus 22 Fahrenheit.
Fahrenheit? Ooh.
Yeah. It's cold out west. Like
Yeah.
everywhere out west.
Wow.
At least until New Year's.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, Uncle Al. Arctic conditions.
Yeah, I keep warning Steve at Corsair Trainers down there in Southern California. Hey, it's going to snow down there I think about the 3rd or 4th week of January. They're going to get a cold front moving down there. All this up here is going to move down there, and it's going to dump on them. And they keep telling me it never snows in Southern California. Well, I live there. I was born in Southern California in Glendale. And I lived over in Sunland Tahunga area, and yeah, we got snow. We got snow a couple times, and we actually had snow stay overnight. And so, I was 4 blocks from the Burbank Airport,
Mm-hmm.
and we got snow that stayed overnight. So,
oh wow,
this was back in 68, 69. So yeah, it does snow down there in California.
Mm.
But yeah, and of course out there where Uncle Al is out there in the desert, it really gets cold out there in the desert sometimes. It'll be, baking you into a lobster in the daytime, and nighttime it freezes you into an ice cube.
Yeah, yo, I was I mentioned it earlier about telling people where you're going, your plan, when you're gonna get there, and I guess you were saying updating them on the way with text messages or talking to them and such and such. That's an important thing. That way you don't really worry them, right? They know, hey, Sierra's still good. He's still on the road. He's still good. He still got everything and all that stuff. And have your get home bag, your car kit, and all that stuff. Full tank of gas.
Yeah,
Can't
full
forget that. Can't forget that.
That's one of the things. Is my wife kind of kind of was poking fun at me for a couple trips there. But when I leave, when I head to California, I leave here with a full tank of gas. I get to Twin Falls, and I got probably just under half a tank. I fill up. I could make it all the way down to Wells, Nevada, but I fill up. I get down to Wells, Nevada, fill up there, top it off. I go, and depending on if I'm pulling a load or not, I will go to Winnemucca, gas up in Winnemucca, go to Fernley, which is just outside of Reno, fill up there because that's usually one of the cheapest spots there in the Reno area. And then from there, I can make it all the way home to California, but I have 3 spots along the way that if traffic's really bad and we're only going like 10 miles an hour, I'll whip off into the Costco there, either in Roseville or in Sacramento, and top off because it's right off the freeway and the price is good and it's better safe than sorry.
It's a very sensible thing, I think, because if you need more time, you got the gas. If you got to idle more often, you still got the gas. I don't want to be at quarter or half a tank and still have more than halfway to go.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what's going on beyond, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like when I'm pulling the trailer from California this way, I will every time stop in Roseville, fill up the truck again, and that'll get me at least to exit 9, just outside of Reno. There's a Chevron station there, and the prices are fairly decent there too. That'll get me to there if I've had really bad traffic. I'm stuck behind trucks, got construction, everybody's creeping along and stuff, going through the Donner Pass and stuff. But if I have a full truck and the trailer full, I can go. Usually, I can go from Roseville up to Fernley and still have a quarter tank left. Emma's forecast to get 3 inches Friday night.
Don't forget the shovels. Don't forget the shovels. I'm just saying.
Shovels.
Shovels are useful year round. Year round.
Let me pull back and go to that one picture. Here we go. Boom. So they got their ice scraper. They got a long-handled shovel in there. But the reason I picked this picture is because it had the Rain-X antifreeze windshield washer fluid. I love that. Just because, I don't want to have to drain out what's in there out and put it back in, other stuff back in. That's also, gasoline weighs, it's less than water. I think it only weighs like 8.2 pounds per gallon instead of 8.8 pounds per gallon. Okay. And also, the fuller you keep it, the less air, because the tanks are slightly sloped on the side, so there's less air for evaporate, less surface area for evaporation, and it sloshing around causes more evaporation as well. What is the best indoor non-fuel generators? Well, Julie, let me throw that up there. All right. Any generator that you can bring indoors, it runs on fuel. Now, if you're talking a solar generator, which is not a generator, it's a battery bank, it's a power station. Actually, the best one is the Titan. But Blue Eddy is making some leaps and bounds in their stuff, and they're coming up with a whole bunch of neat ones. And they have ones that can two of them, they can put them together and have a special adapter for it, so you can get 220 out of it. You don't want to run a lot of time on that, but that'll give you a little time of 220 if you need 220 for something. But Blue Eddy is pretty good. However, several people here on YouTube, some of the channels and stuff, I think Wendy at Hardneck Farms wasn't thrilled with their customer service. But Minuteman Prep, 3 separate words, Minuteman Prep. That's my friend Ben Gilmore. He lives about half a mile from me here. He does reviews of just about every one of those solar generators, power stations, out. When he's filming, he's got a rack there just full of all these power stations and stuff. Everything from the little 150 watt ones up to the 3,000 watt Titan. So, yeah. So those are, those are pretty good. Actually, if you're thinking of getting one, I'd go over and look at some of Ben's reviews, and he actually has a comparative chart for the best ones of 2021.
Can I add something in here, Gil, real
Sure.
quick here? I was about to say is, in terms of the communication, I always say, especially if you're going, let's say, like, to their town or whatever, more than 4 hours at least. I always say, with USB cables so common, so easy to obtain, bring another one. Because I think the last thing you want is for your battery to die and realize that your charging cable is not working anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've had that happen. I'm just like, figure this out.
And
you have a dedicated spare that you never really use it, but it works. So that you don't have any issues.
Yeah. Jumper cables, don't get the cheap ones. Get the ones that are 6 gauge or 4 gauge cable. Yeah. All right. Julie, here you go. back to the thing. This is the Blue Eddy, and this is one of the big ones here, and they got different kit. All right, this kit over here, my cursor on the left there. Hang onto your hat. You're going to choke on this. This comes with 6 different stations here, a whole bunch of power things. The 2 big ones, it has the kit here for connect making 220. All of these is $15,000, but you don't have to get the big kit. You can get single ones. You can get they got all sorts of different packages. So they got the ones, they got the everything down to the 600 watts, the 800, the 1,000, the 1,500 watts, the 2,000, the 3,000 watt ones and stuff. So yeah, that's Blue Eddy, BLUETTI. That's the other one there. But I would go over to Ben's channel at Minuteman Prep and check out his stuff. Let's see if I can catch up here. Yeah.
I'll add something else in.
Yeah.
I don't know if you touched on the clothing part. I don't know how many times I see people not wearing adequate clothing for the conditions, where it be snow, wind, or something like that. Oh, let's just go out in a dress, just a nightgown or something like that, or just a little robe.
Yeah.
I'm just like, really?
Yeah, okay,
Hopefully you don't have to walk in slippers, and they're in slippers too.
Yeah.
I've seen that. Nice car, nice all this.
Gee.
I was just like, wow.
Hang on. One of my heavy duty jackets. This is made by Levi's, and it's got the quilting on the inside and everything else. That's one of the ones I wear most of the time around here, unless it's actually snowing. Then I'll grab the one that has the fold-up hood on it. Because I hate snow going down the back of my neck.
Oh, I know, right? There's like, oh.
I can take it in the face, but when it goes down the back of my neck and hits the top of my shoulders there, oh man, my back just locks up. Okay, Julie. Okay, yeah. So you're under 1,500. Let me throw it in. Let me get something up here for you real quick here. For everybody? Man, prep P. Minuteman Prep. Boom. Okay. So this is Ben's channel, Minuteman Prep. There's Ben. And he's actually putting, that is the Titan with 2 battery things. He's putting it into his trailer. He ran his trailer during the summer off of that with the AC going. But that is an expensive one. But let's go to his channel here. And videos. He says that Energizer, right now, this was 3 weeks ago, he put out a video, why Energizer has the best 300 watt portable solar power, thing on, on there. Okay. And he goes through and he talks about the different panels and stuff. 500 watt one, best priced 500 watt solar generator. So he goes through and tests a lot of these solar generators and stuff. And, he has this whole off-grid cabin set up, but there he is running the AC on the and everything on it. But yeah, he's got all the different ones, goes through and shows all these different systems out. Here's the Blue Eddy AC50, and he goes through all the different ones and talks about it, does reviews of different ones, shows the good, the bad, the ugly, and to stay the way the heck away from this one. But yeah. So I'm going to throw this in the link here for you guys. So there's Ben's channel. Wednesdays I'm going to convince him to come on up here. Alrighty.
Gil, I'm just gonna drop down. I'll still be in the side chat though.
Okay, thanks for coming up here, CR.
Still there.
And,
Still
and
here.
the Kraken's here. All right, so ooh, wow, time flew. It's already an hour. Okay, so there is a lot. There's been a run. I have what? 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5 wool blankets in here. I'd show them, but they're green, so they wash out in the green screen. But I've been picking wool blankets up at Harbor Freight whenever they have them. So it's a relatively good price for it. Yeah, you got to let those things air out from the way they manufactured it, but it's a good thing there on that. And wool blankets are amazing in the car for staying warm. The other thing, if you have room when you're packing your car full, the moving pad, the blue, not the black, the blue moving pads from Harbor Freight are excellent. My scouts just absolutely love them. I brought a bunch up to scout camp. One scout up on one of the mountains on the East Bay where the fog was just coming in. The fog would cut you like a knife. Oh, the boys all loved it because they thought that their 3-season sleeping bags were going to be great. So I brought some of these up. Yeah, they wrapped up in those and they loved them. And every now and then you get them when they're on sale. Watch the prices on at Harbor Freight for when the moving pads go on sale. All right. Okay. Al's cooking beef tongue again. All righty, folks. Well, I'm going to wrap it up here. We're at the top of the hour here. Let me give the other information up here so I can tell you what's coming up here. Once again, Courtney's not doing any lives until Sunday, January 2nd. Let me double check. Yeah, Sunday, January 2nd. And she won't be going live Wednesday. On Thursday, here on Gray Man Prepping, the scenario-based for Thursday Talk, scenario-based event is a East Coast tsunami from that volcano over by Spain. They were talking about the side falling off and causing a big tsunami. So a lot of channels are going, oh, you need to prep for this. You need to prep for this. So we're going to do the answer to their wishful thinking. Say, okay, it happened. Now what are you going to do? Yeah, definitely, Tibor. You know, you can't just let the snow build up around your exhaust pipe. If you can get away with it, don't run the car all the time. Run it for a few minutes. You know, get warm, turn it off, and then wait a while till you need to turn it on again. Make sure before you turn it on again that exhaust pipe is clear. So Thursday talk is the East Coast tsunami. Friday night on the Homestead on the Camp Patton channel. Is going to be a New Year's Eve party, and we're just going to talk about the year, do a year in review and what happened this year, the good, the bad, the ugly, and we're going to talk about our hopes for the year to come. And good night, Emma. And next Tuesday. Here, we're going to talk about what is your personal DEFCON status now with all the political and other things going on in the world. We're just going to talk, do a little news talk type thing on next Tuesday. Talk about, it's sort of like a reality check. I'm going to try to get Steve up here to help me do a reality check. So that's it for tonight, folks. Thank you all for coming by. Just want to remind everybody, stay happy no matter what life throws at you. Stay safe. Don't go out and do things foolish, which means leaving certain things out of your car when you need to have supplies in your car before you go on a trip. Make sure you have that stuff. And keep on adding to your preps. Water, food, medicine, clothing, anything else you can think of. And most importantly of all, skills. Add more skills to your prep. See you around.